Welcome back to Top 5. In the dim light of dawn on Mount Olympus, the grandeur of the ancient realm was transformed into a battleground. The air crackled with tension as two of the most powerful beings in the universe prepared to face off in the second round of the illustrious Who Will Win tournament. At rank 6 stood Thor, the god of thunder, his eyes ablaze with fury after witnessing the brutal death of his brother, Balder, at the hands of Hermes. Meanwhile, Athena, the goddess of wisdom and warfare, was poised as the 11th ranked contender, confident in her strategy and intellect. The arena was a circular expanse surrounded by marble pillars engraved with ancient runes, a testament to the god's heritage. Clouds swirled above, responding to Thor's rage, and deep rumblings echoed from the heavens as a storm brewed. Unlike his usual approach, he had left Mjolnir behind, choosing instead to wield Stormbreaker, a fierce axe imbued with the power of the storm. Thor stood across from Athena, who had donned her polished armor, gleaming in the early light. She unsheathed her spear, Aegis, and raised her shield, exuding an aura of calm and calculated focus. Though she knew Thor was a force of nature, she was determined to leverage her strategic prowess against him. The clash began with a deafening roar as Thor charged forward, his muscles coiled tight with rage. Athena braced herself, anticipating the impact. The moment Thor reached her, he swung Stormbreaker with all his might, and the ground shook violently beneath them. Athena deftly blocked the blow with her shield, causing a shockwave to emanate from the point of contact. Dust and debris filled the air, obscuring the view for a moment, but her tactical mind allowed her to regain focus quickly. "Your strategy won't save you today, Athena," Thor bellowed, his voice booming like thunder, resonating through the valley. "You underestimate my wisdom, Thor," she countered, rolling away and throwing her spear with precision. Thor sidestepped just in time, feeling the rush of air as the spear whizzed by him, piercing the ground and quaking the earth. He turned his attention back to Athena just as she was conjuring a barrier of golden light, forming an ethereal shield around herself. "But today, I am a storm," Thor shouted, raising Stormbreaker above his head. A blinding flash of electricity erupted from the axe, arcing across the battlefield. With a ferocious swing, he unleashed a wave of energy that surged toward Athena's barrier, crashing against it with catastrophic force. The ground beneath Athena cracked and buckled as she struggled to maintain her defense. Her shield flickered under the pressure, the light shimmering violently. She knew she had to act quickly. If she let Thor continue his relentless assault, he would surely break through. Gathering her focus, Athena adjusted her stance, channeling the wisdom of ages. She directed her gaze at the storm swirling above, recognizing the potential within it. In a moment of clarity, she summoned her own powers, enhancing her shield with the wisdom of the ancients. With a swift motion, she redirected her energies into a counterattack. A blinding beam of light surged from her shield, soaring toward Thor with blinding speed. But Thor, fueled by rage and determination, met the challenge head-on. Stormbreaker connected with the beam, igniting a pair of vivid explosions that lit the twilight sky. Both combatants were pushed back, but Thor bore the weight of fury like a cloak, rising swiftly from the ground. "You chose the wrong opponent, Athena," he roared, his voice echoing through the valley. A tempest swirled around him, wrapping him in its might. He was no longer just a man, he had become the storm itself. With a surge of fury and power, Thor launched himself at Athena once more, weaving through the debris in chaos. Each swing of Stormbreaker felled pillars and sent shockwaves rippling through the arena. Athena, ever the strategist, attempted to dodge, but the unpredictability of Thor's rampage began to close in around her. In a final display of raw power and righteous anger, Thor unleashed a fierce strike, the axe cleaving through the air with a crack of thunder. It struck Athena's barrier, shattering it in an explosion of divine light and golden sparks. She reeled back, caught off guard by the intensity of his onslaught. Without hesitation, Thor pressed the attack, driving forward with primal fury. Stormbreaker found its mark, crashing into Athena and sending her flying across the arena, where she landed hard against the marble stone. The battle had turned into a one-sided struggle, with Athena unable to rise. Her spirit flickered as thunder rolled above, the storm in Thor's heart raging unchecked. He approached her, storm clouds swirling ominously around him. "You have fought valiantly, but your time is over, Athena," he declared, raising Stormbreaker high once more. With a final, desperate surge of energy, Athena attempted to rally the wisdom and power within her, but it was to no avail. Thor brought down the storm with unyielding force, and with a crack louder than any battle cry before, the arena fell silent. The storm dissipated, leaving only the echoes of a moment that had sealed Athena's fate. Thor stood amidst the ruins of the battle, chest heaving, the weight of his brother's loss still heavy in his heart. He had won, but the price was steep, and the echoes of his victory rang hollow. The tournament would continue, and though he had vanquished his opponent, the storm within him was far from quelled. He was a warrior forged in battle, consumed by a thirst for vengeance that would lead him down a path yet untold. Amid the ruins, he whispered a promise to his fallen brother: "This is but the beginning.